Number 3. I'm expecting that it's going to crash again. What I did this time is I did a full power reset. And it's been a while since my last video because I took a dinner break. But what a full power reset means is I shut the computer down, turned off the power supply switch, and unplugged the power. Now, it so happens that I left it unplugged for about 10 minutes. Much longer than I needed to, but the reason why I did that this time is because I've had an issue before related to USB ports that I think the solution was actually a full power reset, although I didn't prove it because I had changed too many things at the same time in that series of troubleshooting. So this series of troubleshooting, that's all I've done. I did not reseat the graphics adapter, which is also on my list. My sense of it is that I think it's going to come down to a conflict between the XSplit virtual cam that I'm using in combination with Streamlabs OBS. And the way if I get to that point in troubleshooting, I will uninstall that element completely. And if that does solve the problem, then what I'll do subsequently is utilize the Logitech virtual cam. I went to the XSplit virtual cam because of some inadequacy from the Logitech virtual cam, and I don't even remember what it was. And it might be that's irrelevant. The 4 crashes that I've experienced so far, 2 this morning and 2 this afternoon, all seem to have happened around 5 or 6 minutes into a live stream. So I'm going to keep this going long enough. I'm not going to actually play the game. The last crash happened just when I was hitting a button on the Stream Deck to switch a view. It was either that or launching. Yeah, I think I'd already launched Event Viewer and I hit the button on this Stream Deck. I think you can actually see me do that at the end of the video. I've also learned that it appears that when a streaming computer crashes, it takes a little while for YouTube to realize that it has crashed and then close the file and make it available. Because the first video that I did in this troubleshooting series was not available for me to review until after the second crash. Well, I discovered it after the second crash that it was available. The second crash this afternoon, I mean. So there's been 4 crashes. I think I'm saying that right. 2 this morning, 7:01 a.m. and 7:15 a.m. Those are the times that showed up in Event Viewer. And then this afternoon, as I was troubleshooting, I believe there was 2. So I'm going to go try bringing up Event Viewer. Now, it may crash as I'm trying to do this because it seems to be at a moment of switching that there's a problem discovered. So here I'm about to hit the button to go to my monitor number 1's display of Event Viewer. Now, Fortnite is also a monitor number 1, but when I'm displaying Fortnite, it's displaying the application Fortnite. When I press this button, it's going to be displaying monitor number 1. So there, that worked. If I go in here to critical, I see that there was 4 of them. Come down here to see what they are. There is a 621. Okay, well that's when I started the computer up after doing the full power cycle. This one would have been restarting after the second crash this afternoon, although that's kind of making it look like it was the only crash this afternoon. So now I'm second guessing myself. Was there really 4 crashes up to this point, or was it just 3? Could have been just 3. Here's the 7:15 and here's the 7:01. Now these are not at all helpful because all they're doing is saying that the last reboot was done without a clean shutdown first. So they don't tell me anything. Now I do have another photo that I can show. Let's get back to here. I have Baby Beast shut down now because when I shut the computer down, when I shut down Big Beast build, I was expecting to reseat the graphics adapter, but then I decided not to. But in reseating the graphics adapter, I wanted both computers shut down. There's two computers in that one box there. The higher powered one we call Big Beast build, and the micro ITX board that's in there is referred to as Baby Beast. So I wanted all the power off if I was going to reseat the graphics adapter because it's very close proximity to the motherboard for Baby Beast. So I have not restarted Baby Beast at this point. So I'm going to go to bring up my iCloud in order to display the photo that I took of the last crash. It is the same. Okay, so yeah, there were two. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's been two. I don't know. Oh, I got to do master password for RoboForm. Yeah, I was about to speak the password while I was typing it. Not really, but the thought crossed my mind. And that didn't sign. Oh, okay, there we go. The password I typed in was for RoboForm, not for iCloud. And is this giving me a notification about that? Yes, saying that I'm signing in with my Apple ID and giving me I have to tap an allow button and put in a 6-digit code. Incorrect verification code. Really? You're going to be that way? Then in that case, let's go to, let's see, this is iCloud, huh? I'm going to click didn't get verification code and resend it. There, allow, and there's a code. 990052. I can tell you that because it's a one-time code. Trust this browser, yes. There's, let's see, the most recent photo's not there yet. Oh, probably because I don't think I've had my phone in the charger. The blue screen error was the same, but the images on the monitors was different. I think this is it. Show me a time. Yeah, there's a time. Okay, so here I'm going to punch over to monitor 1. So this was a 3:49 p.m. crash. Yeah, here's the one from this morning where parts of Fortnite was spread out across the 3 screens. And then during the last live stream, should have been this one, 3:49 p.m., it gave me this XSplit odd.sys. Then I showed the 3 monitors appeared this way. And there's elements here of OBS. And on this screen was HW info, because I was watching graphics adapter temperatures. And then a closer view of that error, XSplit odd. Okay, then once I realized that XSplit was involved, that's when I went and did updates. Now that's 431. Come back here. 3:49. Okay, so yeah, these were two. These were two separate blue screens this afternoon. This one at 3:49. And this one says 3:49. Then this one I think is also 3:50. Yeah, that's the same instance. And then this one is later, 4:31. That's right. So there were two crashes this afternoon, two this morning, two this afternoon. And this 4:31 was also XSplit odd. And this occurred after I did the updates. After I did the XSplit update and the Windows update, and there were no optional updates offered. And then here's the way the three screens look. The blue screen over here, and then this is elements of OBS. So this one and this one has elements of OBS. In the morning crash, it had Fortnite elements spread across all three screens. And here I'm showing a close-up. What was this? 432. So yes, that was this one, 432. But what I'm seeing odd here that's surprising me is this shows a black background, this shows a gray background. This would be the middle monitor. And the confirmation of that is this power cord, or this cord down here. What is that? Oh, that's a speaker cord. See how it's running right under that? That tower, that tower is holding the bracket for all three monitors. So that's the middle monitor, and it shows elements of OBS. I'm mostly just killing time here by talking through all this. It feels like it's been going quite a while. Yeah, 12 minutes, and it hasn't crashed. So that might be meaning that the full power cycle was actually a solution. So I think my next objective is to actually try playing a game. Fortnite, of course. Yeah, because I've got everything. Oh, the one thing I don't have running is Zoom. And that was running when those others were up, including the virtual cam for Streamlabs OBS Prime. So I'm going to launch Zoom. Now, if this creates a problem, then that takes me back to the suspicion about virtual cameras, because Zoom, I use a OBS virtual desktop as the camera in Zoom. So because that involves video virtualization, that makes me suspect that that might have something to do with it. So I have that running now. My Zoom window that only has me as a participant is actually displaying the image that I am broadcasting. So on my Zoom camera, which is set to OBS Virtual Desktop, let's see, it's called Streamlabs Desktop Virtual Webcam. That's what it's called. I have to turn that feature on within OBS. And then in Zoom, I can select that as the camera. And it is still functioning. I'll switch around to different cameras here. Back to monitor 1. And I also have Baby Beast on my Stream Deck, but Baby Beast is not turned on right now. All right, this is still working. It's entirely believable to me that a full shutdown and power cycle could have solved it, because I had that as a solution before when I was having problems with USB ports being real flaky. And when I executed a full power cycle, it was for the purpose of reseating components within the computer. So when I turned it back on and the problem was apparently solved back then, the USB problem, it was another day or two before I realized, oh, wait a minute, I did a full power cycle in accomplishing that hardware reseating of components. So this time I only did the full power cycle without reseating anything. And if this solves the problem, that gives me more reason to believe that that is really was a legitimate solution to the issues I was having. Of course, that doesn't mean every similar symptom is going to be solved that way. So the way I'm going to do this for doing a game is I'm going to end this live stream and just let this live stream stand on its own as troubleshooting. And then in a few minutes, I'm going to start a live stream and actually play a solo game and see if I can get through that. All right. So ending stream, 3, 2, 1, 0.